Alright, we are continuing the coverage of the World Championship. First game, I felt like I was not so energetic, so I'm eating some cinnamon buns to get some energy. Do you guys know about Giflar? Giflar. I didn't know they had them in Germany. Anyway, RNG lost. A very tough game. I'm behind on schedule. And are they serious? They're going for Yumi Garen again? I'm not a fan. I think Yumi Garen is out. Yumi Garen has been nerfed so much and everyone knows how to play against it. There's no factor at all where it's surprising in any way, shape or form. Leaf or Brox I picked early. They don't want to be in the same position as yesterday. Maybe they thought Brox's performance on Rek'Sai was bad, but I think he was super limited in what he could have done. Like SKT was just winning every lane, so good luck jungling against that. Shen blind pick is also pretty troll, I think. But I guess they're just picking Shen because they know they can win through bottom here. They're going to play through mid. They're going to ignore top, leave it on an island. They have last pick. Enemy has last pick top here. You know Clutch Gaming is going to play heavily into it. Shen wants to just get out of the lane phase with his ult. I guess this is the reasoning. Yumi Garen, why I don't like it so much anymore. Too many nerfs. Everyone knows what it's about. So I like it a lot less. It also doesn't put emphasis on Fnatic's strengths at all. Garen Yumi is not a Fnatic strength. Garen Yumi don't win lane. Garen Yumi in some cases don't scale too good. It scales okay-ish. In this case it scales pretty good because the armor is going to be very effective. And then here, as we press play, Tristana is going to go top, Lucian into bottom. Lucian is very bad into Garen Yumi. I can say that to say the least. Bard is pretty fucking useless here. I don't understand the point of Bard. Bard is really bad here. So unless Vulcan is the best Bard on the planet, I don't see how Bard's going to be useful here. Clutch Gaming have a very squishy team composition that can be, attacked by an Akali that has a Shen ult and a Yumi on her. This can get dangerous. But Tristana, Lucian can be targets that are hard to get, hard to catch. But in general, this composition is not that great. Clutch Gaming's draft is not so good into Garen Yumi. We're talking about people knowing it and predicting it. Here, Garen is going to be unkillable for a large portion of the game. He's going to get a lot of value from Ninja Tabi. He's going to have MR in his items, and Elise and Orianna don't like buying items that are good against tanks. Sure, you can go like the Andres, but it's not that amazing. Akali in the mid lane against Orianna. I think Akali should be winning. Of course, Orianna can do some things early on. Nemesis going for Conqueror. Not the fleet footwork that we saw into many matchups, but I think this is one of the easy matchups for him, so it should be okay. I'm getting this urge to always check Twitter because I'm behind on schedule, but I didn't. A lot of TP options from both sides, but Yumi creates another extra TP component. Hail of Blade Bard. That is fresh. There's no way that can be good. I don't know, maybe it is. Taunt on the mid lane, why not? I'm gonna eat one more cinnamon bun and then we will fast forward through the boring phases. Don't worry. Alright. Little start blue, path into top, surprise. Lead path into top. A very rough matchup for Shen. Good luck in this matchup. Can't do shit. They're looking to pressure onto mid. Akali needs to be fed in this game. Okay. Rockstar with the gank. He has a... Ooh. Okay. I wouldn't say he has a ward. A lot of pressure onto Demonte early on in this game. He's gonna face check Lee now. Elise is right behind him. It looks like Broxah sniffs this out. Lyra is a bit ahead on tempo now because, of course, Lee showed and Elise took one more camp. So she's 3 with double buffs and she's going to look to invade here on the blue. Broxah has smite and Lyra has smite. Chasana has top prio, but she's not in a position to contest, so they're just giving this up and taking the top side crab. Garanumi just looking to scale up to get their support item, and then all of a sudden the matchup shifts a bit. Oh. Yeah, great pick, Bard. What do you want to do with this Bard? Like, Bard is so fucking garbage. Bard competitively died together with Tahm Kench. That's just church. That's facts. What's he doing, man? He's walking up. How fucking cocky is that? Cocky and disrespectful to pick Bard. I don't know what's the point of Bard is. You're gonna ult someone on the enemy team? Is someone immobile? You're gonna... What's the point here? You're gonna cue the Yumi when she exits Garen or what? Like, it's so optimistic. Very optimistic. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm not watching full screen. Wipo. This is very bad for Fnatic. Very bad for Fnatic. Very, very bad for Fnatic. Nemesis maybe has a flash. Oh, no flash. Okay, let's take a step back here. So the top lane matchup is a disaster, and like Tristana can freeze permanently onto Shen, so he's gonna be in gank range always. It's super optimistic to think that you can just do this. Portal on, he gets away, goes into his snowflakes. Like here, imagine, Huni can freeze this forever. How does Shen contest? He can't. He can't contest. Wipo just needs to give up. On top of that, like Lee Sin just showed on bottom and Elise didn't respond. So this is Wipo's inting, but also his position is just shit as well. Like, the position he's in is always going to be shit because his matchup is awful. Like, if you blind pick Shen, you deserve to die a couple of times. That's just how it is. This is very hard for Nemesis as well because looking at mid position, there's a big wave that is about to crash. Shen is TPing on top. Maybe here Shen should have TP'd on mid. But maybe Akali's on time. Because here Akali could catch top. No problem. But Wipo's freezing. Oh, he doesn't get the cancel. Akali no base walking into mid lane. Akali tempos are very off. Let's see if Damonte can use this somehow. But this TP onto top lane, like, it was a lost scenario already. This TP was horrendous. Very, very bad. And I'm just so unhappy with them playing Garen Yuumi. It's not, even they, if they had success with it, it's not a strength of Fnatic to play Garen Yuumi. It's not. Garen Yuumi is what you want to leave by itself and let it scale and just be a menace later parts in the game and deliver everyone else. Like, Garen's job is to make sure that Yuumi is fed and Yuumi has a lot of money. So Yuumi can be attached to an Akali or whatever carry that you have in your team. In this case, you know, like, I think Fnatic's bot lane is their biggest strength, and they keep picking Garen Yuumi. Fuck Garen Yuumi. Let's just let it go. I don't like it. I don't like it. Fnatic's bot lane is so fucking good to impact the map. They know how to move with Hylissang. They know how to play their bot lane matchups. I don't know why they are avoiding this so wholeheartedly. So here, let's take a look. CG have full bot lane prio, but CG gets spotted on the dragon. Kali gets ult on. Lyra has no ult on. Here they have Shen ult, which is the big difference maker. Huni is making it down here, but he's very late in comparison to the Shen. So Nemesis is going in. Ult is not on. Shen pops. And they kill the Bard. This Bard pick, man. What is this Bard pick? Bard is supposed to counter Garen Yuumi? You know, in this particular draft, I still, if I look at the drafts, Fnatic still have better draft. It's not that I have a problem with Garen Yuumi per se in this particular draft against Lucian and Bard. My issue is that I don't think Garen Yuumi puts emphasis on Fnatic's strengths, and I think that's way more important than having a better draft. In this case, probably they will still win against CG with Garen Yuumi, because enemy has Lucian and Tristana, which is very bad against Garen Yuumi. Fnatic have no reason to walk up yet. They should just keep hitting, because here if they walk on CG, they're not going to be allowed to engage on them. There's no means of turning here for Fnatic. That's the issue. The only tool they have is Shen Taunt Flash, and he needs to be in a more hidden position. They need to keep hitting Drake and then fight with better numbers. But Bard was the one that died, and he's back already. Orianna has ult on. Maybe this is just a bad fight to take for Fnatic, because Ocean Drake is doing a lot of damage. Ocean Drake is rough to kill. He gets it. Huni here he survives. There Roxa. It's a big deal. The means of turning is just hard, I think. No means of turning. Whip was fighting. Elite survives. What the fuck is happening? It's not like this Ocean is that great. You're gonna sacrifice your life to get an Ocean where only one champion in the team has mana? I think it's a bit troll. One champion on your team has mana. Like, you got to kill him Bard, cool, and then let it go. Like here. Tristana also committed. You're fine. If Tristana didn't commit, okay, do the dragon. You need to get something more in return for Tristana showing on top. But here Tristana committed. After the Bard kill, just disperse. You're gambling a lot here. There's no leak kick, no Akali ult, there's no Yuumi ult, there's no means of turning against this full range composition. Turning is very hard. And on top of that, the Ocean Drake does a lot of damage. So here I think CG are very happy with this. Very happy. Top is bouncing. Tristana got a kill. Tristana's gonna continue to snowball onto this Shen. And Garen dies. Wave positions are so good for clutch gaming here. If Fnatic just let it go after the initial kill and denied the Ocean Drake, I think all was good. But I think maybe Shen is just desperate because he wants more things to happen. But this is a disaster here. Disaster. I just think it's a shit call. No way to play this differently. They have no tools. No ults. No tools at all. The only tool they have is Shen Taunt. Yuumi Q slow is non-existent nowadays. Nemesis flashes out. A lot of summoners used. Orianna ult still on. And on top of that, the biggest problem of all of this was the waves were so terrible for Fnatic. That's the biggest issue here. The waves were so fucking bad. Already now, Clutch Gaming, they caught these waves, and look at the gold advantage. Look at the CS advantage. Here we have 15. Here we have 27 or 29. Here we have fucking 40 almost. 40 CS. Just because of how bad the waves were positioned and the wrong targets dying. Shen died, Garen died, and those are the guys with bad waves. So here, very poor play from Fnatic. This is not a team that is going to get out of groups. Garen Yumi is... yeah, it's not the focus of this problem. This was a completely different issue. I like the lane swap here from Clutch Gaming because Garen Yumi can't push the turret so fast. They're looking to swap. Garen Yumi does have TP though, so this play makes it a lot worse. The last time we saw something like this was Loki Esports versus Damwon, and they played Garen Yumi and they refused to swap back. Because here, the big thing here that we need to keep in mind what's coming now is the TP. There's a ward here. The TP is coming, Garen Yumi. Where are you gonna TP? Where are you gonna TP? Or you can just let Bwipo die for nothing. That's cool too. You basing? You're letting Bwipo die? Okay. Okay, giving up first tower. Alright, you know, enjoy. It seems like you had no plan in mind. No plan in mind. Clutch Gaming, making moves here, making moves. Looking like they're in a fine position, honestly. Now the TP comes down, Shen ult is on. They're looking to force. Yumi ult is on. Fnatic has some items bought. They're going for Cody's son, the lost son, the forgiven son. No need to kill him. Broxa getting killed. How did this happen? Broxa is just chasing mindlessly here, and then he gets Bard ulted. Doesn't he have W or ward or something like this? How do you get caught as a Lee Sin into Bard ult? It's a mistake. Here, Yumi ult is still on, so Fnatic do have some tools. This Garen Yumi on level 6, very big power spike for them. Lucian now on Blade the Ruined King after this base. And now, what the fuck, Bwipo? Running it down, no comment. That's straight up running it down. There's no other way to view it. That's straight up inting. Clutch Gaming should be winning this game. If they don't win this game, they don't win any game. This is completely winning for Clutch Gaming. Completely winning. 2 Blade ready. Tristana is so monster fed. Shen is never going to be useful for the rest of the game. Garen Yumi needs to carry. They need to kill Cody's son a couple of 100 times, and then maybe they can win. This is rough. This is awful. Very dirty gameplay from Fnatic. Bwipo is a disaster, man. Like, look how hard Bwipo is bleeding in a bad matchup. He just doesn't... They don't know how to deal with it. Fnatic as a team, Bwipo as a player. So many wrong moves, man. So many wrong moves. Let's fast forward. Oh, Nemesis. Put down the Herald. Put down the Herald, Lyra. Put down the Herald. There we go. Good gameplay. Good gameplay. Cody's son alone in the top lane. I think Reckless should look like Fnatic should look to dive Cody's son as soon as possible. I think they can one-shot him. Okay, this is a dangerous TP. Maybe she can get QW'd into R, into combo of Bard, into Hail of Blades. Not gonna happen. Fnatic and CG day 1 of groups. Both got rectified. Clutch Gaming with the dragon now. Lucian is 1v2ing on top, but this Garen Yumi should dive. You need to dive. Just straight up push this wave, dive, and kill him. You need to punish here. Bard is showing on the other side of the map. It's very important that you punish. Akali is hovering now. Dive the Lucian. Dive the Lucian. Lucian is backing off, I guess. It's fine, but the pushing speed of Clutch Gaming is going to be much better because Sana's hitting the turret. And any type of map trade where map is divided is good for Clutch Gaming because Shen can't do any cross map play, and also Clutch Gaming push much faster because they have 2 AD carries and Garen is just a Garen. Okay, Broxa being a bit wild with dash on Lee. Sweeper on Lee, I think I've never seen. I rarely see sweeper on Lee. I think it's a mistake. You need to keep your wards. Sweeper only I don't like. Huni being a wild man. 3 turrets down now for Clutch Gaming. The top turret's pretty much done. Clutch Gaming completely winning. I don't mind being wrong. Maybe North America is just gonna win worlds, man. Who knows? Who knows? I still felt like Fnatic still had a decent composition here into what Clutch Gaming brought to the table, but they are so far ahead now that this game is completely in the hands of Clutch Gaming. Completely in their hands. Shen finished Titanic Hydra, but what for? Like, you're not gonna accomplish shit with this item. At least he can wave clear a little bit, so Huni's not gonna take a full tower in front of his head. Damonte, very solid in his gameplay. Damonte is giving up Bjergsen vibes. Damonte is giving very, very solid and not too crazy in what he does, but, you know, 10 at times seems to be like, yeah, just enjoying some tea, relaxing, and not making too much mistakes. It's good. I enjoy Damonte. He's a good player. Oh, Hilly Billy. Not like this, Hilly Billy. Hilly Billy. Oh, Clutch Gaming. Let's fucking go, Clutch. This game is in your hands. Fucking finish it. Finish the hopes and dreams of Fnatic. Right here, if you beat Fnatic right here, Fnatic is out of the group. Let's go, Clutch. Oh, go for it. Don't need the Shen ult. Like, Cody Sun is dead. Don't need the Shen ult. If Nemesis plays it good, then Cody Sun dies. So Fnatic need to play a game of spot the Inter, and Cody Sun is the one. So just try to keep ganking him. That's the way in. People just wanted assist, I think, because he's not accomplishing anything on the other side of the map. Haley Billy. Now, usually what you want to do with Garen Yuumi is you want to contest mid lane and you want to just use Yuumi to do that. But right now they're so far behind. They don't have a mid tower. Clutch Gaming is so far ahead. They're getting caught in mid lane. This is not acceptable. Not acceptable if you want to get out of groups. There's no way in hell. Like right now, all my faith is lost in Fnatic. I don't think they recognize their strengths. They're not playing to them. They are playing very poorly. Bwipo's performance has been atrocious. Very, very bad performance from Bwipo. Where is Soaz? This is where you bench Bwipo and put in Soaz, for sure. Fnatic looking to siege, but they're playing against a full range composition. This is not what Fnatic can do here. Sure, Vexus is playing an AD carry, but you can't siege. You can't walk into enemy. This is a very difficult draft to play, but Huni runs it down a bit, taking too much damage. The fact he manages to die here is crazy. Yuumi is poking away. Luden's Echo makes us strong. Fnatic is very reliant on their ultimates. So when Akali has ult on and Yuumi has ult on, then they have the tools to commit on Clutch Gaming. Even though we spoke about how far ahead Clutch Gaming is, the beauty of this game is that the compositions are like the polar opposites of each other. So basically Clutch Gaming have this full range composition where they want to kite and hit, while Fnatic have this full commit composition. So the positioning is going to matter so much more instead of the goal. The positioning is huge. But what this gold does, it allows Clutch Gaming to get even more gold when it comes to side lane interactions, when it comes to potential fights on side. Here, Nemesis can look to go, but Clutch Gaming, they're all hovering. Vulcan on this Bard picked up some steam here. He killed Broxa, he killed mid lane. So far, after those two fights where he died, this Bard seems to do some work. So it's okay. Broxa again now. Broxa. Shenult on when he is in Africa. They need to remember what their composition is about. Oh, Yuumi. How do Yuumi die? Really? You keep doing this? Oh, man. Really? What am I watching? What am I watching here? Fnatic keep chasing. They have no tools. Kali. Yumi's dead. They have no tools to continue the chase. Clutch Gaming now with 2 Mountain Drakes is such a big deal because their Nash is kind of iffy because they didn't have someone to tank, but at least it's itemizing armor. They have 2 mountains now, so they are going to be able to do it. But here, you can see Clutch Gaming is not in position to go on this. Vulcan hits the Q, but then bam, Huni dies. And then afterwards, Fnatic need to be careful. Yuumi just gets one shot. He just jumps out for no reason. It's not the first time here. Hylissang dying now 3 times this entire group stage on his Yuumi when he shouldn't die. I remember it happening as well in the SKT game, where he dies just because he just was outside of a person. Sterak's buy for Lee. It's a change up from the usual Black Cleaver. Akali is in a very strong state here because no one on the enemy team is buying MR. Black Cleaver buy on Lucian. I don't know if I like it, but I guess he just wants to survive. He recognizes that he needs to avoid the all-in. Honestly, Cody-san, he is not going to be the deciding factor of this game. Who needs on AD, and he don't matter too much. Okay. So even if Garen gets ulted, Yuumi doesn't get out. Like, Yuumi just stays inside. So that's another interaction that makes Bard a lot more useless. But yeah, Vulcan gets his neck cracked. Bwipo has taunt on. Huni is getting chased. Broxa should be able to kill him. Broxa misses Q. Yeah, he swapped back to Ward Totem instead of having Sweeper. 4 Sweepers on the team because, yeah, they have 2 ward items, so they go for 4 Sweepers, but Lee needs his wards. Lee wards are not for vision. Lee wards is for kicking people in the head. The Bard is healing away with the Theans, and it looks like is he maxing W, this Bard? The Monte with Liandry making some plays. The Monte. But the Monte should die. He's doing a lot of decent damage though, but he should be dead. So let's take a step back. Why did this happen? Huni's on bot, behind on tempo. Nemesis ahead on tempo on mid, and it just looks like it all comes from this previous play. Huni is going to catch on bottom. Clutch Gaming just forcing, they don't know what their composition needs to do. Their composition needs to play on range, need to play on distance, and need to never overcommit. Because Fnatic is full melee. They are full melee with only Yuumi. And Bard seems to be decent enough to heal some of the Yuumi damage that has been done. Then when the Bard ult lands, try to combo. If you can't, step back out. But Bard overcommitted here, died. Garen Yuumi. Of course, here at 20 minutes, they have a pretty big power spike. Garen is going to be close to unkillable. And Fnatic have a window now to win. Bwipo managed to recover a bit. It doesn't look like he inted if you look at it. If you look at his statistics and his farm, it doesn't look like he inted too much. And here with the mid prio, instantly Fnatic are coming to life a bit here. They have a mid prio. They recognize an opportunity, dive the Monte on the second tower. Now this is a good pacing to the game. They will recognize from Fnatic. Now maybe with the strength of Garanumi, maybe they can actually contest mid prio and spread the pressure across the map. Shen ult still on. Akali has TP. I think sending Akali into Tristana is the way to go. Let Shen go top. Let Fnatic push mid and then hover into top side. Because I think this Garanumi right now, they're so strong that they should get prio. So now we have a phase where Clutch Gaming no longer have that big of a lead. They didn't manage to continue building that lead when they had it. And now we're at a state in the game where Fnatic should be stronger before Clutch Gaming reaches their next barrage of items. But once again, the positioning means everything. And I think it's more on Fnatic to fuck up their positioning in a fight than Clutch Gaming. It's very important Fnatic play on their cooldowns, and when they have no cooldowns, not to chase into Clutch Gaming, because that's exactly what they want. Clutch Gaming just want to kite. They want to make sure that Fnatic runs into them. That's how Clutch Gaming wins fights, because they have very little engaged ults, Bard ult, and afterwards they're very squishy. Fnatic are just going to play on Yuumi poke and continue pressuring mid. Right now, Garen is so tanky. Goodbye here, Anduin's Omen. But this is a tank Lucian. Like, this Lucian will go out of mana. This Lucian will not do much damage. I'm not too hyped on this Lucian, but this Lucian is there to give Huni more damage. That's all. Kodi-san is on the front line. Kodi-san gets chunked, but you can see here Garen is very tanky. This was a lot of Clutch Gaming's upfront damage. They were punching him. I think Swiftness boots is incorrect here for Reckless, but now his passive is gonna regen a lot. His HP is gonna come back up. Clutch Gaming are not playing on side. Akali is on top. Akali wave crashed, and this is a perfect position here for Fnatic to fight. Nemesis on the flank. He has low energy though. This is something we can highlight. He's on the flank, and Drake is spawning, and now we will have the fight. Shen ult doesn't come down. It does come down. The shield just disappeared right away, so I was confused. Shen ult comes down, and then boom, Huni should die here. Vulcan should die here. Oh, Damonte. Okay. Damonte. Okay, Kodi-san. I'm not sure about this dash, Kodi-san. That's a low testosterone dash. Oh, what is this game? Fnatic's Nashor is very bad. Like, they do no damage. No damage on Nash. Okay. As much as I complained about the Garen Yuumi, in this particular game, it's super strong. I just still don't think it's a strength of Fnatic to play this composition. Good flank from Fnatic. Early game was very rough. Fnatic were all over the place. Wipo also coming to life. Very important for Fnatic fans because he was straight up inting early. Fnatic complying to the Aram of Clutch Gaming. Fnatic is managing the sideways better than Clutch Gaming, and every time there's a fight, you see a wave on side crashing. Holy. Nemesis. Coming to life. Almost death cap on Yuumi. Now it's just compositional difference of strength. Shen has good items now to deny some of the Tristana damage. Fnatic just need to keep fighting on their cooldowns. Broxah trolling a bit. Not sure what he was trying to accomplish here. Well, it was definitely a mistake to be there. He's buying a BF sword for the GA probably. Just looking to find items with armor. But enemy team has a lot of magic damage as well. Like Elise and Orianna are not weak. But here Clutch Gaming, their composition leaves them with very little room to do much. The draft from Clutch Gaming is not good. They only have the option of kiting and poking, and it's not like they have some crazy poke champions. And then they need to commit all in with the Bard, and that's so inconsistent against the enemy team. So Yumi now has a fucking death cap. The Qs are hurting. I think Hillsang is top of damage done for sure. These Qs are fucking nuclear bombs now. And now it's Clutch Gaming that need to engage because Yumi is getting stronger and stronger, and this Athene Bard cannot keep up with the healing. So Clutch Gaming are losing 100%. They couldn't continue to snowball their lead, and that's what they needed to do. Good kill here. When they had a 5k gold lead after Fnatic's mistakes, they needed to continue to snowball. I think the biggest mistakes of Fnatic was just dying. The TP on top was a problem. Bippo face checking, forcing the dragon was also terrible. They didn't respect their own cooldowns at all, and that was a big issue where Clutch Gaming punished and managed to get ahead. But then Clutch Gaming, they need to just continue to keep up the pressure. Clutch Gaming did some good moves in terms of swaps and making sure that they are pushing and being the aggressors on the opposite side. They kind of swapped away from what's it called? They swapped away from the Garen Yumi and managed to get a lot of platings. So they were super far ahead on gold, and I think it was enough to potentially seal the game. But if you make mistakes and you come into the mid game and only 2k gold ahead against the Garen Yumi with your composition, it's going to be bad, because Clutch Gaming's composition is just a group of champions that don't really create anything for themselves without big leads or without 1v1s. So now Shen versus Tristana matchup is okay. Like, Shen is just farming away, Khalid's pushing in top lane, and the biggest issue now for Fnatic is that their Nash is so fucking terrible. They have like Shen is okay on Nash, but they have champs that are very bad at taking Nash, and that's why Fnatic can't really accelerate this lead that they have on this point. They need to look for engages, they need to look for dives. I still think that Akali should be the one going bot and 1v1 the Tristana. Akali is so fed now, and I think she can win with Shen ult. Okay, let's see. This Nasher is gonna be the slowest Nasher you've ever seen in your life. Okay, 1k is down. 2k is down. I can tell my life story. So I grew up in Västerås, a small town in Sweden, where we didn't have much to do. I had a lot of good friends, not a lot of good friends, but I have a group of good friends that were very loyal to each other. We pretty much spent our time playing video games, playing football, and they were the ones that introduced me to League of Legends. So as you can see, the Nash damage is fucking non-existent, right? It's non-existent. Here, sure, they hit with 2 people, but they're trying to do shenanigans, but they do Nashes too, but it's just very optimistic. The Baron debuff would go up to 200 before they finish. Excuse me. Oy. Rough night. I couldn't sleep so much. There's construction outside my window. Oh, Cody-san, spot the Inter, guys. Okay, Cody-san with the flash. Essence Reaver third. It's a very outdated Lucian build here. But with Lucian you can't really itemize well into Garen Yuumi. That's why it's so bad. It's just pure physical damage and the itemization is very specific that you need, and it just doesn't do enough damage to kill a Garen. And here Tristana needed to itemize a fucking Last Whisper. Like the fact that Huni is 4 items and doesn't have a Last Whisper, you know, just doesn't have any damage. No one's gonna really die. Like here Shen and Garen, they might die to this Liandry's, but Damonte is the only one that itemized correct here. Cody-san continues to buy items that will keep him in a position where he's completely useless. He just has no presence. And it's not really Cody-san's fault, it's just the fault of the champion. Like Lucian is just garbage against Garen Yuumi. The reason I criticize Garen Yuumi and Fnatic picking it so much is because they first pick it. You know, they first pick Yuumi. And without seeing what Clutch Gaming is going to do, they are already committed there to what's gonna come. You know, they're already committed to Garen Yuumi from the get-go. Oni does so much damage without a Last Whisper. Okay. Okay, Starak on. Lyra on the flank. Take a step back and see how Lyra ended up here. So they committed. So Huni is like, give me the ball and I'm gonna run into them and you ult. So here you can see if he had a Last Whisper, the damage would be quite different. Reckless doesn't have too much MR and Damonte has voice stuff and Liandry, so this is good. Let's take a step back once again and look at Lyra. Lyra is just trying to zone here. He chunks Nemesis, which is pretty decent. But he's gonna die for it. Let's see, should be okay fight for Clutch Gaming, probably the best they can hope for. There's no Yuumi ult and Garen is out of position and Nemesis is chunked. Shen is already on the spot and he shouldn't be able to find any good taunts, but taunt flash. Okay. Fnatic once again, they didn't have a lot of tools. Nemesis got chunked. Let's see if they can do this differently in any way. So Tristana just disengages the moment Shen ult goes down. Honestly, it's so hard for me to see Shen ult. I only see it if it goes on cooldown there on the left, but the animation is so... Do you guys see Shen ult here? I guess the shield is coming down, but in the past it was more visible. Maybe it's just the skin that the shield of Shen is golden. So Lyra chunks Nemesis, Reckless gets chunked, Sarah gets popped. Bardult comes down. Pretty good Bardult. Stun on Reckless, taunt, and then Bippo dies. Now let's take a look if Nemesis could play this better in any way. Because Nemesis has his ult on here. Nemesis has ult but no shroud, so he knows if he goes in he's just gonna die. It's fine. Nemesis couldn't do much differently there. I think it's important that that CG, like best case scenario for Clutch Gaming is that they force the cooldowns of Fnatic, and then they force a fight on Nashor when enemy has no cooldowns. That's the best way. Oh, Vulcan fucked up. Yeah, here they want to go. They want to go on mid here. They want to force. Like Bippo's still dead, and it just fucks up the portal. Yo, Huni still no Last Whisper. Just itemization trash. Enemy team is full armor, man. Full armor. Last Whisper value is crazy here. And also there's no Executioner. No Executioner. No Last Whisper. Like, any Last Whisper is fine. Just fucking get a Last Whisper. No Executioner against Yuumi, Garen, Akali. It's, yeah, good luck. Good luck, that's all. This should be winning 5 for Fnatic. If they force in such an area, Clutch Gaming have nowhere to run to, nowhere to kite to. Even now, Clutch Gaming is so split, they need to reposition. Yeah, here, Damonte is just dead. Nemesis stays alive. Clutch Gaming just split up. In a case where they don't split up as much, it doesn't look too horrible. Because if Fnatic zones out Tristana and Elise, Damonte dies, Nemesis stays in Shroud, the Conqueror is popping off. Yeah, Nemesis shouldn't go for passive. Or shouldn't even flash. Like sometimes Akari players have a habit to go passive backwards always, but you can go into front as well. What the fuck is happening now? Like here, Fnatic is just not respecting the fact that they have cooldowns on everything. CG is walking up, there's very little tools for them to do something. Broxa flash kick is the only thing that is available. Wipo dies. Broxa hits the Q. That's the resurrection. And now Nemesis is back. I guess it works. It works. I was complaining about Fnatic not respecting their cooldowns, but Orianna is dead and Nemesis TPing back. I didn't think about Nemesis TP. Lucian is so fucking useless. It's really insane. I'm curious about Yuumi damage done this game. Oh. Oh, Nemesis position with the Elder Dragon. Look at that. Nice. Nemesis had a good game, honestly. Nemesis had a good game. Nemesis doing well. The Rise game. This game. But this is a fucking tragedy, man. Are they gonna pick Garen Yuumi for the rest of the tournament? Rihanna needs to sacrifice her life to clear the wave. What a sweaty fucking game, man. So thoughts. Draft of Clutch Gaming was really bad, and this is why Fnatic managed to come back. Fnatic's draft was just better. If you... the reason I want to make clear here, the reason I criticize the Yuumi and the Yuumi Garen is, it is predictable. They first pick Yuumi, they know Garen is coming for sure, and Clutch Gaming didn't have anything particular planned. They had a fucking... Come on. They had a fucking Bard planned for it. And Bard is not good against any of these champs. Like you ult the Garen and it doesn't really make a difference because you're not gonna one-shot the Garen, and Garen can just W out of the Bard stun that comes right after the ult. He just spam presses W and he gets the tenacity, gets out and can walk away. So Clutch Gaming's plan against Garen Yuumi was just too shit to work. Then afterwards, Fnatic threw a lot. Like Bippo was running it down. The Shen blind pick is not gonna fly. Like if you Shen blind pick against fucking Khan or RNG, like Lang X, you're just gonna die. You're gonna die. Because RNG is not like a play around Uzi one trick pony team anymore. They have options, and it seems I'm getting the vibe here that Fnatic are just don't want to play AD carries because this is what they are planning to do against RNG, because they don't want to play AD against RNG. RNG's bot lane form looks crazy. RNG bot lane form looks really insane. Uzi made Teddy look pretty bad the last game. That could be partially because of the matchup. It was Xayah Blitzcrank against Thresh Ezreal. But RNG is looking really strong bot lane wise. This game was very disappointing, and honestly, if I could, I would change my pick to RNG making it out and Fnatic out, because if they don't change their mindset in draft, I think they have they're not playing to their strengths, and it speaks to their mentality as well. I think RNG and SKT just look way stronger. Okay, this game, the dragon was a problem. Afterwards, Clutch Gaming, they just needed to continue to play their lanes, and Elise needs to continue to snowball. They could dive Shen over and over, just keep targeting the Shen, get Tristana super far ahead, get to the point where Tristana has that Susper and then she can 1v9. But instead, they were taking fights, they were looking to force with Bard, and the Clutch Gaming just couldn't recognize what the composition was about in this game. And Fnatic did, in fact, figure it out. They found the fights, they played around their cooldowns, and then they won this game. But this was a disappointing performance and a disappointing game in general.